Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are from Group 10 and we want to perform talk show about education during pandemic era. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Aulia Fathiya. You can call me Tsabita. And my last student number is 004. Here, my role as host.
And hello, my name is Nadia Rahma. It's student number 026. Here, my role is as a student.
So, without any further ado, let's get started. Hello, precious people. Welcome to a good talk show. So, today we have an amazing guest with me. She is a student, and we want to talk about education in this pandemic era. But before we move on to that, I want to talk about this COVID-19, this pandemic era. As you know, guys, the situation brought us into hard times, changing many things in our life, and one of which is in education, of course. So that's the reason why our guest today is this excellent student. Both of us want to talk about education in the pandemic era. I have a lot of questions actually about it, so without any further ado, let's talk about it. Hello Nadia, how are you? So please introduce yourself first.
Hello. Yeah, I'm good. And my name is Nadia, and I'm first year English literature student at Erlangga University. So since I'm a first year, I have been a pandemic era student since the first time.
Okay, nice to meet you, Nadia. That was so good. Okay, I'll be straight to my first question. As I said before, that this pandemic changed many things in our life, even in education. So, how do you feel about that? Do you feel any difference between the education before and after the pandemic in this online learning?
Of course, you know the pandemic was start from about 2019, right? At that time, I was still a senior high school student. Of course, there are many differences before the pandemic and after it. The most obvious difference is the technique. We're not able to meet face-to-face in real time. Instead, we should use any alternative media by utilizing advanced technology like using FaceTime call or Google Meet or Zoom like us right now. Everything's gonna be done online. As a student, I feel like the assignment is more during the pandemic. Before the pandemic, back then, the teacher would give us at least one or maybe not at all for one subject. But after the pandemic, mostly the teacher will give us on every meeting, and the deadline doesn't always be a week. It can be just one day or even one night. You can imagine if in one day there are 4 subjects and almost all of the teachers of the subjects give us any assignments. It is a really different situation before the pandemic.
Yeah, wow, there was a huge difference, and I know that it was really hard for you and of course for the other students. Yeah, right. Because in this online we still do a lot of assignment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you said that there is a huge difference from offline learning and online learning. So my question is, what do you feel about the benefits of online learning? And do you think any kind of benefits from that?
For me, there are many benefits of doing the class online during the pandemic. First, the learning technique is more practical because, as I said before, everything's gonna be done by using advanced technology and online. And the technology is really easy to use for us, right? Since we're doing our work at home only and don't need to go anywhere unless there is an urgent need, we don't need any transport costs. Another benefit, like that. And another benefit is we don't spend too much energy, I think. We can just relax by working. If you feel really tired, you can just postpone your work and relax your body a while. or even maybe take a nap a while to refresh your brain.
Okay, I see. So actually, there's a lot of benefits from online learning. Yeah, we can spend apa? Yeah, more. We can spend our transport costs actually,
Yes.
and then we can saving our energy. Yeah, by staying at.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a good answer actually. Okay, so move on to the next question. Now the opposite situation. What do you think about the minus or maybe the lack of learning in this pandemic era?
Yes, actually, besides the benefits, there is also the lack of online learning in this pandemic. Online learning requires us to connect to the internet. There is mobile data or even Wi-Fi. This one can be mentioned as the replacement of the transport cost, but this one is more expensive, I guess. And yeah, that's the lack of it. And if our connections are not stable, we're gonna be left behind because we don't know what's happening in the class exactly. So we can understand the material well. Yeah, that's in the term of the connection and device problem. There's the problem of the student too. The students are becoming lazy. I feel that and have less experience. They feel they feel too relaxed until they don't realize that they can run quickly. Not all students really understand their material, and not all students were really serious in the class. I think even you were not listening to your teacher well in the offline class, but I'm sure that you still can understand by asking your friend or even your teacher directly. But in online class, it feels really hard to understand.
Yeah, I know
That's
that was a hard situation actually because the first thing is signal, of course, yeah, because we
yeah,
have a different signal in our area. And then when we do an online learning, we just have ourselves. And in front of us,
yeah,
there's no teachers, there's no our friends. We just have ourselves and then just the gadgets, right?
yeah. That's really. I think it's embarrassing for me
So,
because we are alone, but we talk alone. It's really
right.
embarrassing.
Yeah, so that was a hard situation. And you
Yeah.
need to adjust yourself in this online learning a lot. Yeah, right? Okay, so Nadia, this is my last question, I promise. What have you done in learning in this pandemic era? I mean, how can you cope in this situation in online learning? Because as you said before, that there is a minus from online learning. How you can cope?
Honestly, when the pandemic started and the school was decided to go online, I was happy back then. It meant that I didn't have to go to school, just stay at home and relax while studying. I feel happy. I was really happy then. But when it started and it was for a year and is I felt that my abilities were decreasing a lot. Yeah, I feel that I become lazy, more lazy, and I don't know how to. But to solve this problem, I'm trying several study methods as additional learning, such as watching any video on YouTube that is related to my material or even not related, but if it's about knowledge,
Mhm.
I'll watch it then. And then I read any books either from the teacher or find it myself and then practice by doing the questions in the book. From what I have done so far, it helps me a lot to cope with this hard situation in the pandemic. I'm glad about that.
Congratulations to you. That was a good actually. Okay.
Yeah.
You out there, if you find difficulties to study in this online learning situation, and need to know how to cope with, you need to listen and maybe try Nadia's advice. Okay, that was all from
Yeah.
us, guys. We already talked a lot about early learning in this pandemic situation. Hope you guys can take lessons and good thing from our talk show. And for Nadia, thank you so much for the time to coming here and answer
Thank
the
you so
question from
much.
me. Yeah, I hope we can meet each other again. So this is the last from Good Talk Show. See you later and have a good day. Okay, that was all from us, Group 10. Thank you so much for the time, and we are. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.